All right, y'all boys, this is currently my setup for today. And so, as we can see, if we scale out, we will see that we're bullish on basically every single time frame. We break structure back to, or yeah, we actually already broke structure. But yeah, we're pushing up, and London session really gave us a lot of bullish price action here. And so, however, I'm not gonna say that we're gonna continue on an uptrend forever. And so, we see that we have a 4 hour buy side liquidity right here. We also have this 4 hour fair value gap. And so, we scale down to the 5 minute, we can see that we got a pretty strong reaction off of this drawn liquidity right here. Huge candle. We just closed on this one. And so right now I'm currently looking for us to possibly fill in this fair value gap and then for us to get a reaction break of structure on the 1 minute to the downside. And so we'll catch you boys up on what I end up doing. I might not even enter this trade. This is just uh, a possibility. So, all right, y'all boys, no trade today. I'll be going over why I did not end up taking a trade. So, in my trading market bias, I was going over how we had buy side liquidity right up here. And so I was honestly really hoping we could get some sort of play off of this. This I did not enter a trade. This is just a possible entry pre-market, but essentially if we go to market open, right, we have certain fair value gaps right here, 1 hour fair value gaps. And so yeah, we respect this fair value gap right here, and we also end up respecting this fair value gap here and this fair value gap right here. And so obviously this is a sign that we could continue bullish structure past this draw on liquidity, which is what we ended up doing. However, not only had we made such a move up already, right? We also had a 4 hour fair value gap that we were playing inside of, along with this BPR right here. Uh, so let me mark that up real quick. We had this. We had this 4 hour fair value gap we're playing in. We had this BPR. And so as soon as we enter into this territory right here, obviously I'd been willing to take a trade off a buy side. If we come up with this equilibrium of the fair value gap and then we continue strongly to the downside, that would have been a trade I'd be willing to take, probably targeting fair value gap, or some sort of equilibrium within this move up. However, now that we're within this and we really continued much further past buy side, and I realize we're not going to get a play off of this, then at this point in time, I'm not really willing to take anything because we have this BPR right here on the 4 hour, and yeah, we could be playing above it like we did right here. But look at this, right? We could very easily still close within it and respect this BPR and continue downwards, right? We could still, I guess this fair value gap is not relevant anymore because we basically already filled in the whole thing. But this BPR right here, for sure, right? We could definitely still be respecting this. And so just because we were playing above this on, like, say, the 1 hour, because we did close above this on the 1 hour, that doesn't mean we're going to close above it on the 4 hour. So, like, again, it could just be a wick. So I'm not really willing to take much, even if we're playing above it, even if we close above this on the 1 hour, because we could very much just continue downwards. And so that's just not something that I was willing to take a trade off of. Playing around this BPR within this fair value gap, we could very easily just continue downwards, especially after this huge move up. And so, yeah, no liquidity play, and it would have been a continuation play today. But again, like I said, we had these confluences in a way of us entering that trade. If we didn't have any of this stuff right here, and it was like if we had no BPRs, no fair value gaps, and it was truly just a continuation confluence with nothing in between, it would probably be targeting these draws on liquidity, which is I think is what we're gonna end up doing. If we end up closing above this BPR, we might get some sort of retracement to this fair value gap, maybe some sort of retracement, but overall, I do think we might be targeting these high time frame draws on liquidity up here. And so that's basically it for me, y'all boys. Quick just quick knowledge right there um that is probably best to stay out of trades when you're playing within these fair value gaps and BPRs. And so I hope you guys got some sort of value off this video. I'll see you boys in the next